morning. My name is Mother Isabel.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Mother, but if you're soliciting donations, may I ask that you come back at a more civilized hour?
You must be Mason Capwell.
I don't believe we've met.
We haven't, but I've heard Mary mention your name.
Why don't you come in? May I ask in what context?
Oh, just in passing. We're good friends from the convent.
I see.
Is she here?
No. I'm afraid you're out of luck. She left the house at the crack of dawn this morning. I have no idea when she'll be back, if ever.
Well, she said she was caring for a patient here.
Oh, that's encouraging. I was afraid she'd forgotten her responsibilities to this family altogether.
Do I detect a note of anger in your voice?
You're very perceptive.
Oh, you're very obvious. But I know Mary like a daughter, and I don't believe she'd shirk her duty.
Well, I don't want to disillusion you, Mother, but I think you'll find that Mary has changed quite a bit since her days of innocence at the convent.
What are you implying?
Only that if you have a notion of luring her back, you're in for quite a shock. I think you'll find that Mary is enjoying her newfound freedom. In fact, she's making the most of it.
Oh, what was that for?
That's for yesterday. For being such a good friend.
Well, now, if I could just help you find your wife.
I already have one private detective on the payroll. I don't think I can afford another one. Besides, I think you already have enough problems to contend with.
What are you talking about?
Listen, Mary, I think this friendship business should be a two-way street, right? Well, you were a big help to me yesterday. So why don't I return the favor?
Mark, I'm just so confused.
About what?
It's not a what, it's a who. Someone that I care about very much and that I thought cared about me. And suddenly I'm not sure if I ever really knew him. You lose something, Mr. Cranston?
Yeah. My black dress shoes. What did you do with them?
Oh, I haven't seen them.
Well, what'd they do? Just get up and walk out of here on their own?
When was the last time you wore them?
A couple of nights at the Capwell party.
Must have been some party.
What would anybody want with my shoes?
Portal, open up! Get out your butt and open the door!
Yeah, easy on the door, all right? You always like this in the morning.
When I've been ripped off, I am. Now, you want to tell me where the hell you got these as if I didn't know?
These? From the locker of the bus station, where you left them.
You lifted my key.
Hey, chill out, Cruzy. I'm just tying up loose ends here.
When I want you to tie something up, I'll tell you.
Now that you know that they match the footprints outside Old Man Capwell's window, you nail Cranston for attempted murder, right? But what I have to do is I have to return these shoes so that you can find them legally.
Pearl, in the first place, I'm sure Kirk has already missed his shoes, so putting them back would be stupid. And in the second place, for the 700th time, I'm running this investigation, not you.
You know what I think?
No, and I couldn't care less.
I really think that you're afraid to nail Cranston because you know it's going to get right back to evil.
I will nail Cranston when I'm good and ready. In the meantime, you will put his shoes back in my locker, return my key, and never go near them again.
Okay, you are the boss.
Please try to remember that.
Well, one more thing. Since we're not in any big rush here, see, I happen to have made this really hot date, and I notice these shoes, they are about my size. And I was wondering.
Excuse me, Pearl. You are not going to wear Kirk's shoes on a date. You're going to put them back.
Right, put them back. Well, I just figured, you know, if the shoe fits.
Somebody must have taken them. Why would somebody want a pair of my shoes? Why?
I left a grocery list on some money on the kitchen table. And don't panic if the vacuum starts to wheeze. It just needs a new bag. There's a box in front of the kitchen sink.
Okay, yeah, vacuum bag is under sink. I got it. Okay, Captain.
And don't forget, when you do the baby's laundry, use the rinse cycle twice.
Twice, all right. Now, is that before or after I use the bleach?
No bleach. You promised me he'll get a terrible rash.
Fine, no problem. We'll just forget the bleach. Anything else?
Okay. Yes. I love you.
She loves me. We'll write that together.
Underline that. Yeah.
Oh, yes, there we go.
Do you have the phone number at the restaurant?
Yes, honey, it's on the bulletin board by the refrigerator. Don't worry.
Okay. Now, like I said, so do you have any last-minute questions?
Well, actually, I do, yes. I'd like to know how you feel about my lunch selection, which is going to be a spinach souffle with asparagus and hollandaise sauce.
Souffles are very hard to make.
What? Amy, I'm an educated man. I mean, I can follow instructions. A cup of this, 2 tablespoons of that, voila.
Believe me, with the laundry, shopping, babysitting, you're not going to have time for anything else, okay?
Amy, need I remind you, I am a man of the 80s. Do not underestimate me.
I, for one, have never underestimated you, okay? I'm just being realistic. Now,
okay.
Remember, you have to bring him by the restaurant so I can feed him.
Amy, trust me, this housewife thing's a cinch.
Oh, I'll give you a couple of weeks. You'll change your mind.
No thanks. As soon as this embezzlement thing's over with, I'm hanging up my apron.
All right, then. I tell you what. Why don't you spend your energy cleaning up this thing with the Lockridges and forget the souffle, okay? I love you.
I love you, too.
Okay.
Oh,
Johnny, now, be a good boy. Don't give your daddy a hard time, okay?
Well, if he does, I'll just put him in the closet.
Hey.
Oh,
Only
well,
kidding.
I'm kidding. All right, we'll see you later.
See you later.
Yeah.
Bye,
have a good day. Okay, son. What do we do first? Let's see. Clean. All right. Let's clean. On second thought, what? You say you're tired? Oh, good idea, because Papa's tired, too. Yes, we are. And I suggest that we just postpone the cleaning here just for a little bit here. We're just going to lie down. There you go, baby. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to give you this right here. There we go, because Papa's just going to get a few Z's. I always believe in preparation here. We're just going to move this down, and get on the sofa. No use in rushing into things. You know.
What's for breakfast, Brandon? Well, let's see. Something here. Why not? See?
Lionel, I really don't appreciate you and your playmate turning this living room into a Grand Prix racetrack.
Why not? You always like Monte Carlo. You're always begging me to take you there.
If that's an invitation, I accept. If it's an attempt to humor me, I'm not amused.
Well, look who got up on the wrong side of the track.
Lionel, please, I have a million things to do this morning. Try and keep that child out of my hair.
Pancakes, eggs, and sausage. Boy, Lionel, you must be hungry.
I could eat a horse.
I could eat too.
You could? How about it, Augusta?
You must be kidding. I haven't slaved over a stove in I don't know how many years, and I don't cherish the memories. If Brandon's hungry, he can just wait till Carlotta arrives.
Oh, come on. Don't be so selfish. We're talking about a growing boy here. I mean, a kid's hungry.
Well, you know where the kitchen is. If you're so concerned about his height, cook breakfast yourself.
Oh, that is just great. That's the way you feel about it? Okay, Brandon. Now look what you did. You scared the kid out of the room.
Julia, good morning. What's such a grim look?
I talked to the DA's office. Apparently, they're putting a freeze on Brick's bank accounts.
Oh, well, thank goodness. That means the wheels of justice are turning, and maybe we'll cut our losses.
He hasn't embezzled a dime from you or anybody else.
He did not take $50,000 out of our account and put it in his own Swiss bank account by accident.
Yeah. He is not a thief. He happens to be one of the hardest working people I've ever met.
Well, that certainly doesn't say a lot for the people you hang around, does it?
I'm afraid the evidence is pretty well stacked against him, Julie.
I'd say so. This whole thing reeks of a cover-up.
Well, you're not saying that someone forged the signatures, are you?
Don't be ridiculous.
What?
No, it's very easy to forge a signature. When I was a paralegal, I used to do it all the time for my boss.
Well, it's food for thought, I guess.
A junk food snack at best.
Well, I can't imagine anybody wanting to destroy Brick's life.
I can.
Well, I've heard just about enough. If you want to be a public defender to a man who swindled your own family, feel free, but don't expect any kind of sympathetic ear from me.
I'm going to go tell Brick the bad news. Someone ought to tell him not to write any checks.
Wait, Julie, I'll go with you.
Lionel, don't.
Don't what?
Please don't go out there.
I'm going to find my grandson.
Brandon is not your concern, I am. This has gone far enough.
Brandon, what a terrific surprise. You having a good time over the Lockridges?
It's okay.
That's okay. Do they know you're here?
No.
Oh.
They were busy.
Oh, okay. Well, let me give them a call and tell them you're here just so they won't worry. Okay? You know what I think? I think that you're getting better looking every day. I don't think they're answering. I guess no one's home. Hungry?
Am I?
How about pancakes?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Listen here, young man, I don't know what Mary's done to offend you, but she happens to be one of my dearest and oldest friends, and I'd thank you to keep your sarcastic insinuations to yourself. Good day.
No, Mother Isabel, please don't go. I apologize. Actually, in spite of what I've led you to think, I'm one of Mary's greatest admirers.
You have a very odd way of showing it.
Well, it's just that I've worked so hard to get close to her. We've been through a lot these past few months, and though I realize that the course of true, etc. never did run smooth, I truly felt like we were making progress. Lately, I've begun to wonder.
Why?
Mary has become distracted.
Oh, by her work at the clinic?
Nothing so becoming.
You mean by other men?
It's a cruel and complicated world we live in, Mother Isabel. I don't suppose a woman of your station ever runs into it.
Oh, we have to live in the world, too, you know. We may not always want to, but we do.
I'm talking about certain personal relationships.
Mr. Capwell, hard as this may be for you to believe, being a nun hasn't rendered me altogether insensitive to human emotion. Obviously, you have a great deal of affection for Mary.
I do.
May I ask, is it mutual?
She gave me every indication. Well, not every.
I understand.
The sad fact is that I've come to realize Mary is not really committed to me.
From what I've seen of her, that's the least of her problems.
You mean there's another one?
I think Mary is a very troubled woman these days. She lacks the serenity that she had in the convent. To be perfectly honest, I don't think she was ready to leave when she did. But as you may know, there was a family crisis and she felt needed.
I hope you're not saying that she should return.
Oh, that would be Mary's decision, of course. I'm not surprised you'd object.
I don't know if I'd survive it. But I'd certainly prefer it to seeing her with another man.
What was that? All right, now that's 2 cups of a half a pound of cheese, 8 eggs separated. What do you mean? What doesn't make sense separated? They're all going in the same bowl. Oh, I got it, Johnny, Daddy figured it out. Oops. Yes, okay. Let's cut that down. We got that. Wow, look at this. Hey, Johnny, I ever tell you your daddy was a circus performer? That's right. I used to walk the tightrope and I used to juggle all at the same time. That's why I can do 55 things at once. Right? Okay. Let's see. Yeah. What do you think, huh? Think it'll pass inspection? No? I need some practice. Yes. Well, we'll just leave the ironing for now, won't we, son? Yes. Why don't we have a little inspection here and check? Oh, we're dry. That's amazing. Boy, we're dry again. Okay. Daddy and I, let's just move over here. Papa's going to put you down in here. There we go. We're going to take off this thing here. Ready, down. Ba-boom. Ba-boom.
You're getting awful quiet, Johnny.
Well, then I think it's showtime, Johnny. Yes, sirree, because we're going to make you laugh. Are you ready for this? Okay. Ever seen a chicken? Want to see a chicken? Ready? Why am I the only one laughing in this house? Gorilla. You got to see a gorilla. No gorilla. Hey, okay, it's time to praise Daddy's impressions. Let's try. Oh, okay, see if you know this one here. Ready for this one? Okay.
Ever come see this Barzini business? There's a trailer. No? Okay. I know one you like. How about Brano singing this? Oh, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hey, thank God for the neighbors. Yes, okay. All right, Johnny, I'll be right back. Hold on, I got a million of them. I just got to answer the door. Hi.
Love your apron.
Thank you. I'm a house hubby now.
I didn't know you were so domestic.
Oh, well, I'm full of surprises.
So am I.
Huh?
And I'm afraid you're not going to like it.
You want another cup of coffee?
No, I don't have time, man. I kicked out those damn shoes. I'm not going to tell you again.
You're a little tight. I'm just trying to break them in for my big date.
Cruz, you're going to have to impress your date with something besides your feet. Now, those shoes are going back in the locker now.
He's here. He's not supposed to be here for another half an hour.
Things I recognize his time.
Good morning, Mr. Crazy. How are we this morning? You want some breakfast?
Yeah, my secretary called.
That's right. A table for two right over here by the window. Here, follow me.
Well, this table's a real mess. You mind wiping it off?
You mean like right this minute?
I mean, like, yeah, if it wouldn't be any trouble. That is your job, isn't it?
Well, technically, no. Sure, I wipe your odd table, but strictly speaking, we are talking about the waitress's job here. Tell you what, though, why don't you wipe the table, and I'll get you a nice hot cup of coffee. How's it, sir?
You're not serious.
Yeah, like if you're breaking the tap. Okay?
Hey, where are your shoes? The health department comes in when we are both out of a job. Okay, listen, not to mention our customers' appetites are not going to be enhanced by looking at them feet. You're fresh.
When I entered the room, I saw someone by the window. It was a woman. She was wearing a pink dress. She had blonde hair. I didn't see her face, but I thought it was Eden.
Maybe Eden passed out, and Kirk saw an opportunity to take advantage of it. Make her think she did it, and only he knew about it. He could have easily wrapped her hand around that plug before he pulled it. And then when the alarm went off, he could have revived her just long enough to lead her to the window. Now, if she followed him, and she was most likely in no condition to resist, that would have been when she caught her dress on the nail. And then when Mary came in, maybe Kirk was already outside, out of view, which would explain why Mary only saw one person. Eden. It could have happened like that. Yeah, it could have.
All right, that ought to hold you. Just take it easy for a while, okay? And stay off the surfboard.
Okay. Thanks, Doc.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Okay.
Shouldn't my replacement be punching in pretty soon?
Any minute now. Yeah, why? You got plans?
Yeah, actually, I try to spend a few hours every afternoon looking in a different part of town for Wendy. I know, I'm probably wasting my time, but I figure she must be working somewhere, right?
Right. Any idea what kind of job she might have?
Well, I narrowed down the possibilities. She has secretarial skills, and she worked as a waitress for a while in high school.
Oh, that really narrows down the possibilities. I mean, she could be in any restaurant or office in Santa Barbara. Look, you might get lucky. Who knows?
Yeah, I gotta start somewhere, right?
Right. Okay, you take off. I will cover here until the other doctor shows.
Thanks. Oh, Mary, are you going to work at the Capwells this afternoon?
You know, I'm supposed to, but I think I'm going to call in for a replacement. I'm just not up to it.
Well, what? Work or, Mason Capwell?
I never said a word about Mason.
I read minds. I also give out free advice to people who I care about. You want some?
Well, I have a feeling I'm going to get some, whether I want it or not.
You are. Mary, listen, I know what a Mason Capital type is like. He's only gonna hurt you. Now take some advice from a good old friend. Don't get involved.
I'm afraid you're a little too late.
All right, I'm coming. Augusta, I'm not deaf. Do you have that child here? Yes, Brandon is here. I'm giving him breakfast. I tried to call and tell you that. Oh, Lionel should be here any minute. Augusta, I am not expecting Lionel.
Since when does my husband need an invitation to pay you a visit?
Go home, Augusta. And if Lionel shows up, I'll tell him to go home, too.
No, I have a better suggestion, Sophia. Leave my husband alone. Here we go again. Oh, really? Are you going somewhere? Well, that certainly would satisfy and solve everything, wouldn't it?
Your suspicions are getting out of hand. When are you going to get it through your head that I am not seeing Lionel?
No, not right at the moment.
You absolutely can't get rid of the past.
How can I get rid of the past when there's a child out there who keeps reminding me that the past is very much in the present?
Well, you're not going to be able to snap your fingers and have that little boy disappear. Plus the fact he is a lovely little boy. Doesn't that give you any pleasure at all?
Not entirely.
Well, then I feel very sorry for you.
Don't do me any favors, Sophia.
All right, I won't. If you want to be miserable, go somewhere else and be miserable, because I really hate this.
Well, that is some consolation.
I don't understand you at all. You have a wonderful family. You have a husband that loves you very much, and you're pushing him away with all your anger and your accusations.
Look who's talking. You have alienated the entire Capwell household. No one wants to have anything to do with you. I wish my husband felt the same.
You just please leave.
Get a pet, Sophia. A parakeet, a boa constrictor, a giraffe, a guppy. But leave my husband alone. Do we understand each other?
I'm here.
Well, how are you doing? Why don't you have a seat?
I hope this doesn't take too long.
Well, I'm doing just fine, Julia. Thank you. And how are you doing this morning?
I'm warning you, Kirk. I'm in no mood.
Well, pardon me for trying to be polite.
Don't strain yourself on my account. I understand you have some papers for me?
Yes, these are the contracting agreements for the Capwell construction project in Hawaii.
Yes, and?
And I just want you to take a once-over on them before I get Eden to sign them.
You brought me all the way over here to look at these papers. Why don't you send a messenger?
Well, I thought maybe we could have a little bit of breakfast together, Julia. What, don't tell me I'm assuming too much to imagine that we could have sat down and had a civilized conversation in a public place.
I'm sure we could. I'm just not sure it's worth it.
Well, the legal fees that come your way via Capwell Enterprises are worth it, aren't they?
Do you always threaten people to have breakfast with you?
Only you, Julia.
I'm honored. Or something.
Well, don't be. I just don't want to eat alone, that's all.
Well, I saw Cruz when I came in. Why don't you break some bread with him?
No, I don't think bread is what we should be breaking together. Anyway, he's probably much too busy investigating one thing or another. Tell me, how's he doing on the attempted murder?
How should I know? Ask him.
Well, I ask him as little as possible these days.
Well, with Cruz on the case, the truth will come out sooner or later.
Mm-hmm. You have a lot of faith in him.
Oh, indeed. Indeed. He doesn't shuffle the evidence, you know. He has this interesting way of putting himself into the shoes of the suspect. He knows exactly what they're thinking, when they're thinking. Can't evade somebody once they're in your head.
I see. Feminine intuition, or what are you talking about, ESP?
I'm telling you that he will find out who tried to murder Cece.
Well, I didn't realize he had a fan club. Although you sound more like a groupie, Julia.
We're good friends. And while we're on the subject, Eden is also a good friend of mine, and whatever you're thinking, forget it.
I'm sure I know what you're referring to.
I'm sure you do. If there's anything in that brain of yours that's thinking of moving in while they're having this moment of difficulty, you're in for a rude disappointment. Nothing will break them up. They're in love more than any two people I've ever known.
But they're just not seeing each other anymore, is that it?
Not at the moment, but I'm sure that won't be for very long.
Well, I think you're horribly misinformed. Well, good morning, Inspector.
Kirk, Counselor. You know, I think it's time you and I had a little chat.
Well, I don't think we're able to right now, Cruz. You see, Julie and I are just about to have breakfast.
No problem. No problem. We'll take a rain track, huh? Or I will, whatever.
Julia, you're going to stay.
I am. Oh, well, listen, we didn't even order yet, so there's no problem. Don't let me interrupt you.
Thanks. Well, actually, you know, I must be running. The fact is, I've got a meeting. But, Julia, please, why don't you stay and keep the inspector company?
No, wait a second, pal. This can't wait.
You back again?
Back again, yeah. I walked myself out today. I tried Lower State Street. There's nothing down there but restaurants and even more bars.
Did you call the detective?
I tried him. He wasn't in.
All right, look. I was able to switch my shift at the Capwell, so why don't you and I go out, find ourselves a little patch of sun, because I think we could both use a little soul restoration.
Oh, lead on. Lead on.
Hey, Bobby, we'll see you tomorrow.
Lead on.
I'm afraid I can't oblige you, Cruz. You see, I have a meeting in 15 minutes.
Well, when will this meeting be over?
Whenever it's over, I have no way of knowing.
It's not going to go on all day, is it?
Would you mind telling me what's so important, Cruz? All right, I'll tell you what. I will meet you back here at 12:30. Is that convenient?
I'll be here, Kirk. Enjoy yourself.
Okay. Just a once-over, Julie.
Oh, you bet. How's the investigation coming?
Oh, I'm plugging away.
You look exhausted.
I guess so.
Have you ever tried counting sheep?
You know, I have tried that, but they have this habit of transforming themselves into suspects, and before you know it, my brain's in overdrive again.
You know I'll do anything to help, don't you?
Thanks, I appreciate that. The problem is I'm just too close to the thing, you know? I know just about everybody associated with the case.
Yeah, but that should be good. That way you know a lot more about them before you start.
Yeah, it should be good, but it can get in the way.
Did your talking to Kirk have anything to do with the investigation?
What else?
Eden. It's obvious that he's after her.
I don't want to talk about that.
Didn't seem too thrilled to talk to you. He was anxious to get away.
Yeah, well, I can't say I blame him. Listen, you have a good day.
Bye.
Hey, Bruce. Hey, say hi to Cruz.
Hi.
Coming through.
Look what's coming.
Hey, Julia. Hi.
Hey, little cutie pie.
Hey, mind if we join you here?
Oh, I'd love it.
Yeah, have you seen Amy yet?
No, but this is her station, so you're on.
Good. Look, I was thinking maybe we shouldn't mention anything to Amy about my bank account being frozen, huh?
Rick, she's your wife. She has the right to know.
Well, you know, she's got a lot on her mind, and there she is right now.
Lady, how long does it take to make an omelet, huh?
I'm sorry, the kitchen's just a little backed up.
Well, can you crack a few heads back there?
I'm sorry, I can't cook it any faster.
I mean, it's only an omelet, you know?
No, wait, who is this guy I think he's talking to?
Just relax, will you?
No, this man here is chewing out my wife.
She's a big girl. She can handle it. I promise it'll be out in a second, and if you have to leave, we can wrap it up and you can take it out with you.
Oh, great, a takeout omelet.
Yeah.
Hi, baby.
Hey. How's everybody over here?
Well, Johnny's doing okay.
Great. How about you?
I'm okay. Listen, do you get many guys like him? Or...
I'm happy to say no.
Oh, good.
Hi, Slim. Hi. You got any news on Brick's case? No.
Amy.
What? Tell me.
Look, there's nothing really to get excited about. The DA has put a freeze on my bank account.
You're kidding.
Yeah. Now, look, really, there's nothing to be excited about. I'm sure everything will be fine, be back to normal as soon as we can know my name's cleared. Well, I'll be back.
And you know that I'm going to make sure that I do everything to help.
Of course, I've kind of put you in an awkward position if I'm right about who set me up.
I'll manage. You'll manage. How are we going to manage? How are we supposed to pay our bills?
Well, look, we have one check coming in right now, right?
That check will only get us through about a week.
Okay, fine. Well, we'll just cut some corners. Baby, listen. Here. We'll get through this. I promise.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, come on. Where's my omelet?
It's coming. It's coming. I'll be right back. I'm going to check my mom. Hi.
Brandon's here. He came over and I gave him breakfast.
Good, thanks.
And I don't want you to stay. I want you to go.
Augusta has been here before me.
That's right.
I tried to head her off. I went over to the Capo kitchen first.
Please don't stay. I don't want to give her any excuse to come back here again.
You're upset, aren't you?
You could say that.
I'm sorry. I seem to be apologizing a lot for her these days.
You've got to stay away from me. She seems to have gotten into her head again that you and I are having an affair.
Brandon is a part of our lives. We can't pretend that doesn't connect us. I don't know when she's going to understand that.
Oh, she understands it all too well, Lionel.
It just kills me to see her destroying herself over something that happened so many years ago.
She loves you.
I wish she'd find a different way of showing it. I can't tell you what I've been through with her lately.
No, I can understand that.
I'm sure you can. I'm sorry you have enough troubles of your own. What with what's happened to CC and whatever you're hiding. Will you tell me what it is? It might help.
No, no, I just want you to go.
It's only because I care.
Don't want your sympathy. And I don't want another dose of abuse from Augusta, so please just do us both a favor and go back to your wife.
Hey, sport. There we go. We're all ready, aren't we, huh? Tomorrow I'll do my George Burns for you. Ha ha. Oh, yeah. Pound that door.
Hi.
Trying to get him to settle down.
Look at this house. I can't believe it. It's so neat. You put me to shame.
Well, thanks.
No, I mean it. You've outdone yourself. I had no idea that I married a man with so many talents.
Yeah, so many problems.
Come on.
Well, no, let's face it, Amy. I mean, your life was humming along pretty good till you hooked up with me. But what I'm trying to say is that if you have any second thoughts...
I don't have any second thoughts. We just have some problems. We'll work them out. Okay, if I seem worried, it's because I am. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's only on the outside. Inside, all I am is very happy and very glad that you and Johnny and I are a family.
I don't deserve you.
Yes, you do. And you deserve a medal from the job you did on this house.
Hey, look at my flowers, huh?
Oh, they're beautiful.
I picked them,
Okay, well, I guess I'll go make some lunch.
No. Lunch is already ready. So what I want you to do is just relax, say hello to your son there, and I'll be out in 1 second.
What did you do?
Well, I'm a man of the 80s, right? Men of the 80s always, keep their word. Spinach souffle.
What?
Voila.
I don't believe it. Look at this. I had no idea I was living with a galloping gourmet.
Well, now, I didn't have any, asparagus, right? So we're going to have this little salad here and stuff.
Honestly, I didn't believe that you could handle all of this.
Johnny, baby. Y'all got to see what Papa cooked here. Come on over here. It's time to see Daddy's creation. I got it. Here we go. Here's your rattle. There we go. Now, son, I want your honest opinion. Feast your eyes on that and tell me if you're proud of your thoroughly modern daddy.
Wonderful.
He got a smile on his face. I think he likes souffle.
Pearl, would you give Detective Castillo a message for me? Yeah, would you tell him that I showed up for our meeting, but that I couldn't wait any longer? Tell him some of the time, maybe, okay?
I don't think Detective Castillo is going to appreciate that.
Well, that's
message.
tough. Why don't you just tell him, okay?
Tell him yourself.
Well, there you are. I thought maybe I'd been stood up.
Sorry to disappoint you. Let's have a seat.
All right. Well, I can't wait to find out what this is all about.
I'm not going to keep you hanging. I want to know why you lied to me.
What do you mean?
You said that you and Eden never went back to the Capitol house the night of the murder. The attempted murder, excuse me.
Yeah, well, that's right. And I'd say it again, Cruz. The fact is, we did go back to my apartment directly from the party, and we stayed there the entire evening. Pearl saw us. He signed a sworn statement to that effect. You know, he saw us going into my apartment before the time of the attempted murder.
Which is odd, since I have proof that says otherwise.
Proof? Well, I hope that it's not Mary Duval's proof or word. Because after all, she is the one that thought that she saw Eden going into Cece's. The fact is, she doesn't even know what she saw herself. She had no idea. She didn't even see her face. Yeah, it's hardly what I call reliable testimony, Cruz. Besides, you know Eden better than anyone. You know that she'd never pulled a plug on her father.
That's true, Kirk, but then I'm not accusing Eden.
Well, then who are you accusing? Oh, no, wait a minute. Wait, hey, let's just go back a little bit of history here. I have never even met Cece Capwell. What would my possible motive be in murdering him?
With Cece dead, Eden would retain control of Capitol Enterprises, and since you have somehow managed to gain her trust, your power inside the company would grow tremendously.
Oh, wait.
Not to mention your income.
Cruz, that is ridiculous. A judge will throw you out on your ear with a cockamamie theory like that one.
Not if I can back it up, he won't. You know what I have, Kirk? I have a plaster cast of a footprint that was found outside Cece's window that night.
And you think it's mine?
I know it's yours.
Well, you couldn't possibly. Listen, Cruz, you would have to have matched that cast with one of my shoes.
Yeah. Something wrong? You look a little pale all of a sudden.
No. But now that you mention it, I seem to have lost the pair of shoes I was wearing to the party that night. Apparently, they were stolen.
Were they? Or maybe you just tried to get rid of them. Who says we didn't find them in an alley outside behind your place? Something like that.
Listen,
I wonder which one of us a jury would believe, huh?
Cruz, I'll tell you what, if you've got them, that means you broke into my apartment. You stole them. Okay? So you got them through illegal search and seizure. That means that they are inadmissible as evidence. So no matter what you think of me, you are not about to perjure yourself.
I won't have to. I can nail you without them.
You know, you are out of your mind. I was nowhere near the Capwell residence that night.
Yeah? And how come that footprint was? You know, forensics definitely established it had to be that night, Kirk. Why don't you explain it to me, huh? Let's hear it, hotshot.
Hi, Brandon.
Hi, Lionel. Hey, can I come over for breakfast here again?
We have to ask Sophia, won't we?
You sure can, anytime you want.
Thanks, Sophia.
Thank you. Okay, guy, let's go. Let's not be strangers, huh? Come on, buddy.
Yes, I'd like some information, please, on your flights to Rome. Oh, what a gorgeous day. I should take walks more often.
Oh, it's amazing what a little fresh air and sunshine will do for the spirit.
Yep.
For a while there, I actually thought my life was in pretty good shape.
Me too.
Shall we go take another walk?
I can't. My shift's about to start.
Back to the real world, huh?
Yep, one of them anyway.
I suppose I should get back to the clinic.
Okay. Well. Look who's finally here. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Oh, I was just leaving.
Disappointed in you, Mary. I used to think I could depend on you.
What are you talking about?
I think you know.
Yeah, I think I do. And I don't think it's fair, Mason. I haven't taken any time off in weeks, and I did get a replacement.
I can see that.
Excuse me, Mary, I'm gonna take off.
Just a minute, Mark. I'll walk you to your car. It's nicer outside than it is inside. A lot.
You know, I'm surprised in you, Cruz. I mean, I had no idea that good cops made it a habit of just jumping to conclusions like that.
Quit stalling and answer the question.
Okay, you're right. I was outside of Cece's window, but not the night of the party. I was there that afternoon. You see, Eden and I were outside, and we noticed that a garden hose was running outside the window. Well, it looked as though it was going to start raining any moment, so I figured, what the heck, no reason to be watering the lawn with all that extra water. So I went over and I shut it off. Ergo, my footprint.
It's a good try, man. But I gotta tell you, you're just digging yourself in deeper.
Cruz, doesn't matter what you believe, because that's the way that it happened. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a lot to do this afternoon, so if you are finished with your inquisition...
I'm finished for now.
All right, well, then I'll be on my way.
Was it hot in here? Does somebody crash going to have some kind of perspiration problem?
Gotta give the guy credit. It's not gonna go down without a fight. He came up with a reasonably decent story.
Yeah, but can he back it up?
Not without Eden, he can't. And I'm gonna call her right now and find out the truth.
Be there, Eden.
And Santa Barbara will be back at the same time tomorrow afternoon. Don't forget that at 5 on Sky One, it's time for Star Trek: The Next Generation, when the crew grapples with a mysterious